quarantine used to be?
I was here like half an hour before that person, so you can
Where's
shut
my
your
seat? Get my seat.
I want my contract.
You know what?
my
Helps
seat.
if
One
It
seat
helps
well
by
shall
actually-
be provided at all times.
Where's my elephant?
30 seconds. Hey, give it a break.
the angry bard.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than a dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news from right here inside of Shroud of the Avatar every Monday through Friday at the noon hour for your listening pleasure and entertainment. Of course, today is Tuesday, September 13th, 2016, inside Shroud of the Avatar. And of course, we still got news, more news, loads of news, as we do every day.
And we still also have to have a discussion about what was said during the post-mortem, and although I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, there was quite a bit discussed there, but there are other topics out there floating around right now. Of course, we do have stand-ups, like you said. We have questions that were not asked during the post-mortem that were answered afterwards. To bring the good folks, so they can get updated on that good stuff. Half a dozen other things out there. We got the new lottery going on out there. Want to talk about the lottery for a minute before we get into the stand-up?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about the lottery, and the lottery is going to be offered by... I forgot his name. I know his Discord name was Charles, but yes. I forgot his in-character name.
Charlie.
Oh, it's also Charles. So Charles is selling lottery tickets, and I'm over here looking at the NBNN Studios lottery office, and you can see all these tickets.
It's not just Charles. It's
Charles Scott.
Charles Scott. That's right. So
in-game name, Charles Scott.
Started a lottery. And he wanted to learn, he wanted to figure out how to advertise it. And we told him, you came to the right place. So he's got lottery tickets scattered at offices throughout the land. And part of our negotiation was to get lottery tickets over here so you folks can have easy access to them. His main office is in Ardoris. As well, he's working with several other members of the community to get offices opened up in all different areas of the world, and he's got pretty good odds. The odds are 1 in 4.5 that you get a winner. The minimum prize, I think, is 500 gold, and then the other odd prizes are things like 100 or this, 100 of that. So he's got all sorts of interesting prizes going out there. So if you guys want to get in on a different lottery that you probably have better chances of winning than the raffle we got going for housing, go check him out. Come over to the offices, buy a ticket, and well, let's see how this thing goes.
I think the lottery will be a good thing, and as everything actually increases, that also means that more than likely he'll be able to boost the grand prize. I believe the grand prize right now is 20,000 gold.
It was 10,000
last
week. It rolls over to 20,000 this week, and of course, if there's no main winner, The prize does roll over just like a regular lottery, he's explained to us. And of course, as this grows and as it catches on, we will give you more information and we will let you know about it. What do you think, Bullwinkle?
Well, it sounds super fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm buying a lottery ticket
Awesome.
right now.
There you go. Even Bullwinkle's getting in on the lottery.
Grand prize is a pair of old boots, right?
What is Rocky's take on the lottery?
I don't know. He's nuts.
Okay.
And of course, hello to everybody out there joining us today. How's everybody doing? And of course, let us start off before we get into the stand-up corner by inviting you guys to come join us here in Discord. We're the only show on the air here in Shroud and Avatar that invites you, the listener and the audience, to come join us on a regular basis and talk to us about what's in the day's news, what's going on in the world, what your hot topic of the day is. Bring it on over. Come talk to us. Go to NBNN.info. Use the Discord app Connect box and come right in and talk to us. We welcome everybody. So we have
and if typing in nbnn.info is way too complicated, you can always use discord.me/nbnn.
Yeah, that's not as tough as nbnn.info.
I know. I mean, but some people are confused, and
I know.
we do the show from the
they
green
need
room
the extra
mostly
dot in there
because-
to keep their keep their sanity, I guess.
Yeah.
So of course we do have yesterday's stand-up corner out here. So let's go ahead and get right to that. Of course,
get right
for
to
those of you
yesterday's
guys
stand-up
who
corner.
play the
Yeah.
NBNN drinking game. Is every time Jack says the word bug and I go bug, you take a drink.
Okay, so this is the stand-up corner from Monday, September 12th. Remember, the stand-up corner is where the devs get up, stand around, and they say, hey, this is what I worked on yesterday, this is what I'm working on today, and then Chaos writes something random down and then eventually publishes it for our consumption and interpretation. So eventually we'll get to like stuff they're really working on. Over in the art department, Bob was working on the haunted house. Haunted house. Haunted house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin is working on wearables integration and elven armor refitting and masks and wings. Wings. More wings. Yeah, that's right. Matt, also known as Gix Vargach in game, is working on bagpipes. He wants to blow on the bladder
Blow it.
and then and squeeze it. Yeah.
Wait till you get
All day long.
I can't wait to blow on my
Yeah,
flaming bagpipes. That's right.
That's right. That's
Don't
right.
forget, they're
And
gonna be flaming
none of us can.
bagpipes.
Walking around with flaming bagpipes and blowing on that thing is going to be awesome, especially when you can walk with it.
That's right.
Walking with instruments polish. So
Coming up.
that
though.
is coming soon.
That's right. Great
Next
stuff
week.
there. We've been waiting for the
Oh,
wandering
right.
minstrels and the wandering bards.
Oh yeah.
This way,
Yeah,
Scrota-
that-
we can send Scrota off to actually follow people now.
That's
And
right.
I'll
And that
actually
way
wonder.
and exactly.
You have no problem. wandering.
Unlike last night where last night he was doing a concert on the overworld map outside of Owl's Head for a couple of hours.
Oh,
Right,
very
first
nice.
time in a long time.
Yeah. Then Reed is working on the map review and 3 and 4 story Elven Row homes. Scotty is working on fireplaces, getting those ready for everybody. That's right. We do have fireplaces
I'm
coming for
excited
all
about
those homes that
fireplaces.
don't have fireplaces.
I don't know why. It's just.
I am too.
It's a throwback to UO. You know, when you were able to put a fireplace in your house and you had to put it in two parts. You know.
I
left and
remember
right side.
using the black cloth in order to build the fireplace, the different colored cloth in order to build everything. and people had taken that was very, very creative with what they were doing. Over in design, we have Dan working on the map review and Ardoris theft detection and battle camps.
Battle camp.
Finn is working on journals and animations and the virtue cloak.
Tavery.
Yep. Remember, one of the things that was promised.
Cheating, stealing. I'm
for
telling
the-
you, it's the foundation of the game.
Yeah,
Don't like
that's right.
Killing.
Don't forget,
people.
the virtue cloak is going to be able to it will change color based off of your current virtue status, and that was the $10 million reward. Yeah, for an Portalarian raised that $10 millionth dollar. Fire Lotus is working on.
$1 million.
That's right. She was working on Hangout support and community. Keith is working on airy NPC schedules and homes. Lum the Mad is working on quests and documentation. Sorcerer Steve playing around with Esgard.
Dude,
He's
have
touching
you been
it.
out to Esgard lately?
Well, I've got a house out there.
Have
It's
you
pretty
been out
sweet.
to Esgard lately? That's what I'm asking you. I went out to my house out there
It's
yesterday,
pretty
and
sweet.
I about
Yeah.
shit my pants. I was like, "Holy crap! What the hell is this place I'm in?"
Yeah,
Cool.
it's like
What happened?
They gave Esgard one hell of a workover, man. I tell you, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And they're going to do that to all of the storyline towns that are currently clones of different scenes. So we
Yeah,
can expect great things.
I
there.
had a house that was backed up to a wooden fence. Now I'm backed up to this beautiful marble stone. I'm inside, a perimeter now. It's just, when town seizures hit, I ain't getting hit. I'm inside the embankments.
I'm out. My house is outside, so I'll be getting hit. It just means I'll be having more fun. Over in tech, we have Eric working on nav mesh updates and release 34 tasks and the Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Jason's working on logging services upgrade for customer service.
Is he going to be working for Astoria Lumber?
Maybe. Astoria Lumber needs to put some stuff up for sale. That's all I got to say. Wizard Smoke working on inventory code cleanup and bugs.
Bug.
Hey,
The Deathbringer one and only is working on the one-man band, or he was working on it. Burning Toad still trying to scratch that itch.
The burn.
As he's working on, as he states, release 33 is done and terrain issues. And then Tasla is working on payment transaction audit and PayPal contact and WordPress updates. And that's because WordPress actually had a severe vulnerability, and they are recommending that everybody patch their systems as soon as possible. I believe the latest update is 4.6.1 or something like that. I can't remember. So if you have a WordPress installation, make sure and upgrade that thing before it gets exploited.
Yeah.
Over in QA, Reese is working on sanity tests and forums and regression and a QA interview.
A lot of QA interviewing going on.
That's right. Serafina was also sanity testing and customer service, and she was also participating in that QA interview with Reese.
Listen,
Whoops.
dude, I could just picture the QA interview. Listen, dude, is how do you act in a party? Are you gonna let us actually loot some shit while we're out there testing, or are you gonna gank it all on us? We got to know how your play style is for QA.
I'm gonna gank it all. You know that.
That's right.
I know you're gonna. While I'm busy fighting, you're gonna gank that tree. I
Better
mean,
believe it.
that's what. Yeah, I know what your modus operandi is.
MO.
ammo.
Thievery.
Big words. Mm.
Whatever.
That's right.
We don't want your thievery.
There needs to be a guild called the Loot Junkies, and I think I would be an honorary member of that.
The loot junkies.
You're not
So-
the one
so-
that-
Loot junkie bandits.
I don't know.
Our production management other group, we had Dippy Bird working on emails and Unity plugins and DirectX 11 upgrade.
Ooh.
Wait, DirectX 11 upgrade? Does that maybe soon the game will support DirectX 11, which would increase our frames per second tremendously?
Does your video card support it?
Mine does.
Which one's done?
Good question.
All those folks who went out and bought those really hot cards that aren't going to have DirectX 11 support, you better get out there and start doing some research.
Are you talking about 12 or
Yeah.
11?
11.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The game's currently running on DirectX 10, and I think that was a Unity issue that they were working on. I'm not particularly sure about that, though. I could just be talking out of my ass. Gorn was working on general... I know. It's a noisy ass, isn't it? Gorn was working on his Zardoz costume and general business and add-ons. Barrick was working on the Hangout preparation and community calendar and community and SodaCon. Hutch was working on update support and review, map review, and tropical player towns. While Lord British was hanging out in Jira Land and adding more and more Jira tickets.
Love when
I
he's in Jira
I love it whenever Lord British is Jira Land.
He was in
Yeah.
Jira Land at
That just means
Dragon Con
things-
all weekend, man, I tell you.
It's like, was he like using Jira on his phone? And like,
absolutely.
hold on, let me Jira that.
You sit there and toss ideas at him, and the next thing he's on his phone in the corner.
Yep. Then Chaox was working on fireplaces and backer support. And last but not least, we had Darkstar, who was working on the update and economy balance direction and forums and map review. And that was our stand-up corner for Monday, September 12th.
Monday. Now, Julian's commenting here, and I made that comment just in passing there, Julian. When I was upgrading my system, one of the biggest concerns was the next iteration of DirectX, and I really can't remember whether it was 11, 12, what the version was, but it was recommended to me to make sure that I had a card that was going to be ready for the next generation, because when it came out, the older cards were going to be screwed. Now, while NVIDIA is backward compatible most of the time with things, even they were going to be facing certain problems with this, was my understanding during one of these jumps. And again, I forget which number that was, just to clarify that. Also, to clarify,
I think it's...
you were absolutely right, yes, Aureus. I did actually use that term in the minimum when we were talking about COTDs. I heard that, and yes, so I did actually use that. I just wanted to make sure I reiterated that, but we got the point across anyway at the time being. But again, thank you for keeping me honest with it.
I just like debating. I'm a master debater.
I mean, I tell you,
Master debater.
Master debater. That's right.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's not to be in contention with Winfield, who is a master baiter.
Master baiter.
Yes, there's a master debater and a master baiter. Two different things. One baits.
Well,
one
he was able to bait the hook, and he was able to finally catch a fish. So
That's right. A real live.
we were able to.
Became the master.
Yes.
With the proper penis.
That's right.
Big long poles.
Absolutely. Nice, stiff, flexible.
Girthy.
Rod.
Proper penis.
So now we have all these questions that were out there. Release 33 post-mortem Q&A, those that got missed. And let me drop this in here for you guys so you guys can follow along with us.
Oh, man, we got to read that.
Yeah, well, you don't read anything. That's why you sit in the studio all day.
It's not in Klingon. I don't understand.
Tribbles. What did you do with the tribbles, Scotty?
What? Jesus Christ!
I beamed them all to the Klingons, Captain.
I thought that was
Tribbles don't like Klingons.
Well, that's
well. The real
point.
question is,
He beamed them all before they jumped the warp.
We dumped them all in Uranus.
There you go.
That's way out there. That's way out there.
Hey, you know.
Are you doing the hamster dance? Okay, so moving right along, we do have the Release 33 postmortem Q&A. The questions that got asked.
Ooh.
Blood Omen has the question: could you make death pets locked to passive aggressive or defensive even after they die? And Star said, you know what, I'm going to add that to Jira, and maybe
Ding,
it'll
ding,
eventually
ding,
happen. Yes.
This is how it gets done.
So these, that's correct. That's right. Will tamed pets eventually have skills and stats that have to be trained and developed just like players? And that is outside the scope for episode 1. Will tameable pets ever make use of the color palette and super duper uber rare color spawns? Perhaps. I don't know.
All right.
As far as economy vendors and crafting goes, will leather armor ever be dyeable, and will we see more craftable clothing varieties in general? Yes. I love Star's answers. They're so direct, straight to the point.
In release 92.53, you'll be able to dye your leather.
That's right. Will there always be a maximum amount of gold per day that an avatar can make?
Yes.
Yes. Now, the funny part about that is that's only by hunting. It's not by other transactions.
A lot of people don't realize that. You can make 100,000 a day in your vendor trades, trading for commodities, but you're only ever going to be able to make X amount at a time out there hunting, gathering in the world, creating gold. Gold that you trade amongst yourselves is not new gold in the world, so keep that in mind, folks.
And I would love for them to actually document the actual maximum amount of gold that you can earn per day, so that way we can see that somewhere. Alexander
know the answer
does
to that question, but I'm not.
What's the
amount?
30, wasn't it? I thought it was 30.
30,000 gold a day?
I think that was
Again,
per
I'm
hour.
not
Per
going
hour.
there right now.
Yeah, but that's according to Led Zepp. So
No.
Led Zepp actually paid attention to something.
We have numbers I can't go into.
Yeah, I know. Okay, Alexander says, will players have access to the variety of book covers available in-game for player-crafted books? Currently, there are only 2 options available, and yes, eventually that will happen. BDF, is it the plan to allow players to put consumables into glass jars, reagents, herbs, food, drink, body parts, etc.? Great suggestion.
But no answer.
Yeah, no answer. Great suggestion. No Love 0369 wants to know, what are the chances to remove the random from the enchanting and master crafting skill? And they do not plan on doing that. It would be destructive to the economy if everyone could create exactly the same item at will and destroy all rarity in the system. It would also eliminate an important sink in the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Good answer.
Yeah, blew up a really good sword last night taking that gamble.
What plus were you at before it blew up?
It was a +3, but it had, a shit ton of other enchantments on it, and it was a gamble to put one more on it, and I taken to it. We were trying to put undead on it, and
been there, done that.
Well, if you see what I'm wielding now, it was a small price to pay, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Are there going to be adjustments to the crafting recipes to reduce the huge amount of resources to make an item, i.e. 10 metal ingots to make a ring or 12 scrap per ingot? Star says no. This will lead to a huge glut of items and prices would crash, making crafting a completely unprofitable profession. Well, if you think about the amount of ore that's available on the market right now, it's an insane amount, and even like cotton that's dropped down to what, 8 gold per cotton according to the
ticker.
BMC's price list. Yeah. And then will the NPC vendors be adjusted to where they buy items and pay the player higher prices as the items prices increase until they're back down to the base price? And Star says no, this would create an endless faucet of gold that would lead to hyperinflation in the economy.
I mean, they should know that from everything we've got. People asked early on, well, we can't create things from stuff we buy from the vendors and sell it back to them for profit. Ding, ding, ding. Hello. They don't want you doing that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like the early on in release, 16 or so, that let's go ahead and just call it an exploit where you could go buy chunks of salt from the vendor, turn around, grind it down,
and
then sell it for 3 times the profit.
Or
maybe they needed help grinding it.
Yeah, but you know what it takes to make such things like that? Quite a long time.
Back then, it took no time. You went and you bought all the salt off, you converted it in a heartbeat, and you sold it back. It was a gold machine.
It was a gold machine, and you could actually just walk over to the cooking station that was on the second story of the reagent vendor in Owl's Head, and just people were there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just grinding salt. Alpha wants to know if you are going to keep the merchants. If you're going to keep the merchants paying low, are you going to lower the prices for crafting supplies, reagents, and repairs? Star says no. We want players to supply those things in the long term and compete with lower prices.
But see, that's a catch-22. If it costs X amount to make it, and it's exuberant cost. And I'm just going to use, the recall scroll, teleport scrolls. The cost is 100 to make it basic. That's if you get the wood scrap for free, which is a time sink. We understand that. But, at that point, he would be telling people then you should be selling it for like 125 to be competitive. And as cutthroat it is right now, it's going to get even more cutthroat. We haven't even started to scratch the surface, but that cost is going to be prohibitive to some people.
Yeah. As they actually do a little bit better of a job with farming and regulating that, and then you'll be able to actually, and balancing those things, you'll see some of those prices coming down. But until then, that's where we still have some high prices on some things, but prices really are not that extravagant. I mean, because if you go to the public auction vendor, I mean, you see some things. I saw plus 10 staff on there for 4,000 gold the other day.
And staff,
what did it have?
Yeah,
20 durability.
Staff's good. Yeah, are they worth anything? They do anything?
Yeah, they were good for
I
scrap.
can't remember what the durability was.
Exactly. Blunt weapons.
Until we have staves and wands that are actually useful for something, they're scrap. I mean, I'm not going up to a monster and bashing on it with a wand with a 3 or 4 point possible damage. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry, people.
I would do it.
Yeah, I know you.
I don't know. Why is that classified as a blunt? I don't know.
I don't know. Why is that thing in your
Maybe
hand
a staff,
blunt
yeah.
weapon? I don't know.
Well, staff is a blunt, but
Well, yeah,
on the
staff
other hand,
is a wand.
but I mean that's
just
one where if we
Smoke
we really start thinking about that, that's where the combat skill trees really need to be diversified even more than they currently are.
Now, that's one of the things they did discuss about the two-handed weapons, one of those things in the post-mortem on the same topic. Why can I use a shield in one hand and get advantage of it and a sword in another, but when I put a sword or a dagger, I have to have a special skill in order to use that? Why don't I automatically have use of that? And that's part of those balances that they're still working on. Which,
I mean, but at the same time, it's like they actually need to refine that even further as far as different weapon types doing different types of damage.
Absolutely.
Within swords, it's like you need to separate piercing, slashing, You need to add your bludgeons, because like you could have a mace with spikes on it, you could have a morning star, you could have all kinds of other things, and each one would do different types of damage, and have different skill sets, so that way it's like you create that variety and people don't run around with very similar weapons. And so it's one where eventually they'll get to it, but right now we still know it's a work in progress. Now comes a fun question from Browncoat Jason. Crafting in general is fairly lackluster, and mostly because there is no interaction. It's simply click and wait. Can there be some active skills added, Star, for every player that wants to have... Star's answer is, for every player that wants to have something like this, there are many more who would hate to have to do this and find it very repetitive. We do not have any plans for this at this time.
What?
I agree.
What's he talking about?
Well, I'm sorry to say, but it's like I need, for some of the bulk stuff, like converting items into scrap is actually very, very quick. Yes. But converting scrap into pulp is a huge time sink.
God.
And so some of that stuff, when you're doing the bulk crafting, needs to be sped up.
Well, I don't think
craft
really
100, craft 400.
The answer here, because for every player who wants to have something like this, there are many more who would hate to have to do this and find it very repetitive. We're telling you, we find this very repetitive, and it's nothing but sit there and wait. Yeah.
Well, that's I'm only referring to bulk crafting.
Absolutely.
But when you're crafting a single item, what he's looking for is more things to do while you're doing one item.
Turning crafting into a mini game.
Yeah, it's
like
essentially.
Yeah,
that's what Jason wants. Yeah.
No, he says click and wait, which indicates bulk crafting to me.
Maybe
he wants to do some timing kind of stuff, jump on your head.
In general is fairly lackluster, mostly because there is no interaction. It's simply click and wait. If you were doing one at a time, it would be click, 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 click.
No. It's double click, click, craft. That's it. But what he's wanting is like some sort of like as was said by, I think it was Arius, some sort of like mini game to where you actually increase like possibility of improving your stats on it or doing something else, like making an exceptional item.
Like that's where the active skills come in, that you know, like not to get off topic, but like in EverQuest 2, they have a system where an event happens while you're crafting, and you need to match that particular event with your counter event. So that way, like if you're cooking, the pot may start to overboil and stuff like that. So you need to click something. It becomes a little mini game. You can't, if you just sit there and let it run and you don't get active with it, you'll actually fail.
Well, get the pot holder.
We actually have something like that when you're crafting certain things. Whereas you're crafting them, but again, that doesn't affect bulk crafting, which is what I believe he's talking about. And again, maybe
I don't think Jason's
I don't think he's talking about bulk crafting. Yeah, no, he's talking about some extra activity, which it can use, I guess.
You're crafting equipment, and you're crafting, say, a big piece of plate metal. I've seen plenty of times it goes, "Hey, something happened. Would you like to add more?" And you have a choice to add or not add something. In order
he
to
wants more of
it
that,
or not, and that's already in there. So there is interaction in single crafting already. So I got to assume this is in bulk crafting. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
I think the question needs to be clarified a little bit more, especially as Jack put it.
We can always ask Jason.
We can, and we can always ask Star.
That's
not a problem.
It was answered.
We can ask them both.
It was answered already, wasn't it?
Well, Star may have been thinking of one exigent circumstance, and we could be talking about 3 other different circumstances.
Star knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Coder 1024, who is a base 8,
10-4.
wants to.
Late
What happened
blood.
to the original crafting table design where you actually put the items on the table as demoed early on?
Oh, I forgot that.
And Paul says, if you play in bag mode, that's how it still works.
I'm going to chime in for a second here for everybody out there. This happens to me an awful lot. I get a lot of requests for people to join a party because they want to teleport to us. And when you got to do that, it usually means that you're in a mode that you can't teleport to anybody in unless they're in the same mode. So if you're in friends only mode and you want to teleport to somebody, you got to be in friends only mode. You can't just ask somebody for teleport. It don't work like that anymore. Either look on your teleport list. If you can teleport to them, you teleport them. Otherwise, stop asking people for invites, people. It doesn't work.
You
that
meant to
way
say
anymore.
multiplayer mode. You have to be in multiplayer mode.
Again, if you click on teleport and you see people on your list, you teleport to them. If you don't see people on the list, asking for them for a party doesn't work because you're in a different mode. It just doesn't work anymore. Okay, if you're in friends only and you want to teleport to me and I'm in a multiplayer,
different
me
modes,
partying you is not going to help you teleport. If you don't see me on your teleport list, on teleport, so I'm just asking people to stop doing it. It doesn't work. Unless you're partied with your friends in that mode, you can't travel to people like that anymore.
Yeah, I get those requests too all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't work anymore like that. Moving right
Okay, moving right along, we do have Amethyst 25 wants to know, would it be possible to put a cancel button on the crafting table? They can consider it. Bone, yeah. Bo and Bloodgood wants to know, can we please remove corpse racks as an ingredient in beneficial potions? I refuse to craft or quaff health potions or any other kind of potion that uses human remains.
Well,
of any kind as an ingredient. My characters are not cannibals. Plus, it doesn't make any sense to begin with. Your objection is noted.
I think it makes sense.
I think it makes perfect sense that you would use the wax to seal the bottle. Hello?
He wants to use beeswax. He doesn't want to use corpse wax because it goes just.
How do you get wax from a corpse?
Squeeze it really hard.
I think they would really need to refine corpse wax, because what is corpse wax?
I don't know what it is.
It's like
earwax or something. I don't know.
I know. It's like when you have a corpse, where's the waxy part?
Maybe it's wax for the corpse, you know? Maybe it's not actually from the corpse. It's for.
You can render it down as fat, but I don't know of how you would get wax out of there.
Waxy substance.
Just in the ears, right there in the ears.
Yeah, ears and the anal cavity.
Okay. Logain wants to know where Rand Althor is. Okay, no one got that joke. Could we get a rough...
I know.
You've never read the Wheel of Time series?
I know who Rand is.
Yeah, everybody that read Wheel of Time should know that one. Could we get a rough timeline when we're going to be able to craft crafting tools and crafting stations? And it should be coming in right before Release 34 goes live at the end of September. Oh, wait, no. Wait.
Yeah, I better read that again.
Oh,
it's a non-answer.
Yeah. We release our schedule. Yeah, it's a non-answer saying that it's going to come in the future. They just don't know yet. We release our schedule on a quarterly basis. The quarter 4 schedule will be coming out right before Release 34 goes live at the end of September. So that's going to be later on.
Okay.
Yes. Janelle DeJure wants to know, what is the overall plan for cooking with respect to making all the ingredients gatherable, farmable, or at least available? The plan is to make all ingredients except for fuel gatherable, farmable.
Mine salt or
Yay.
what?
That's
Mine
a
salt.
question that's been.
That would be kind of cool.
That's one
Salt
of those
mining.
questions that's been put out there, and there's talk about it. Hopefully, we'll see some information on that soon.
What else is missing? Flour. We want to grow flour. I don't know.
I just want to be able to
Yeah.
mine my coal for fuel.
Beets.
And there's another one, coal. There's another one that we're looking
Yeah.
for.
You
Absolutely.
can mine that already,
Well,
but not in quantities.
That and you should be able to change wood into charcoal.
Ooh.
Very good
Oh,
thoughts. Very good
yeah.
thoughts. Absolutely.
Give them time. Give them time.
Yeah, that's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
time.
we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're turning this place into real life. What the hell is going on around here?
Hey, I
Look
told
at
you,
my
they already
emergency.
did a good job doing that.
You guys are twisted. You twisted bunch of.
90%
Just-
of the
yeah.
wealthiest people have the money, and the other, not 10%.
Yep.
Yep, it
It's like real life.
reflects real life. Yes, it does. Nothing odd about that.
You know what? Look at the clock. We got a few more minutes to go before it's time. So let's go ahead and try to get through the gathering and inventory section.
What do we have here?
Before we
There's a whole
do-
bunch more questions.
We got a whole lot. Let's do the gathering and inventory real quick. No Love 0369 wants to know what's the difference. I have noticed that there is no difference in speed and swift gathering skills above level 70. Is this a known issue or intentional game design? Star says there is a difference. It is just that since the
Minuscule.
exponential, your gains at higher level are smaller than they were at lower levels. Yeah, that's remember we're at level. Well, in Holly Talk, I know charcoal is not coal.
It's wood.
Yeah, charcoal is wood.
We want to be
You
able to
have
barbecue
semantics.
your bones.
Shut up.
We want to be able to
Semantics.
cook your
Wood.
parts.
That's right.
Got wood.
Yeah.
From.
Janelle de Jure wants to know what is the overall plan for agriculture with respect to what items can be grown, water resources, moon cycles, time to harvest, etc. And our agriculture will be getting more attention in quarter
Wants
4
an
and we'll have
almanac.
more
She
details
wants an
to
almanac.
share than. That's right.
I got you.
I need my farmer's almanac.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Black Heath
Forecast
wants to know
is
arrows
stiff.
currently weigh. Yep. Arrows currently weigh 10 times what the ingredients to make them weigh. Can we please have lighter arrows? Star says range combat has a strong advantage over melee, and weight is one way we balance that advantage, so we do not plan on to reduce the weight at this time. And may we have deer hats, please? Great suggestion.
Horns or no horns?
With horns.
Okay.
I mean, you're
What about
you're not
moose?
supposed to be.
What?
What
We
about
definitely
moose?
need
You want
moose.
us hunt-
No,
you
no,
want us-
don't-
you want
we
us
need a-
hunting
Don't take
moose?
my head.
We
You want
need-
us hunting moose?
Camel toes. I mean, never mind.
Yeah, Frederick Glasgow wants to know, how have you or would you consider making seed planting and watering have an option for 1, 2, 4 or more at a time? Or do you think that would make it too easy for avatars? Yes.
Yeah.
Boy.
Which
Which
question
yeah,
did we answer?
exactly.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer that. Next.
Which one?
That's
Athanil
overtime
wants to know,
yellow.
can we please
I
get
love
more
it.
items that we place on blocks? I'd like to be able to place things like braziers on them as well as those statues.
Yeah.
And Started says, because of the way how stacking works, we have text constraints on this. Vaclav, don't forget to watch his stream, and he does hang out in Discord. Do the replenishing snowball box and replenishing red rocket fireworks box work, and Star says, not yet. And we're going to call it there, and tomorrow we will pick up at Housing and Lots
Absolutely.
for your discussions.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Because it is now
That
time
for
for-
the day.
Damn it.
Damn, what time is it? Is it time for my meds already? Am I late for the early
Well,
bird?
It's always time for your meds.
I got some of your meds growing out back. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Say, we
Still illegal.
told them they could get those free speed trees in 420. So
I know. Why did they
they
pick
got
those
them.
up? I can't believe they didn't pick those up.
Coma's killing me today.
I'm sure somebody.
They might have.
Poor
but I
Larry
don't know.
didn't. Oh yeah, they. probably
Okay,
did.
so you ready for the community calendar?
I am
And remember, the community calendar is not the same one that is on the Shroud of the Avatar website. It's actually got more items.
What?
And it's
done
administered by the community.
The community.
Ooh.
So it's much more fluid and much more accurate instead of something that's
Well, it has all the
randomly
community's events on it. Portalarium really,
it's
their
got-
community calendar has all their events on it. This has all
Well,
the player events on it.
Oh, excuse me.
this one has all the good events.
We're just two wild and crazy guys from
Yes.
Czechoslovakia.
Don't forget, the community calendar is provided by AvatarCircle.com, which is currently administered by Kazan Phoenix Fire. Or if you want to
Or
get a hold of
Wrath.
him in Discord or on the official forums, he goes by the name Wrath Phoenix.
Hey, don't forget about that show that was before us, Janae. Give them a little shout out there.
Okay. In case you missed it, at 10, all times are New Britannia time, which is game server time, which in the real world is Central Standard Time. So you probably missed it because this happened a couple of hours ago. That was Drake in Wind did T for 2 on Avatar's radio.
What? That's
Nice.
So don't forget to tune in next Tuesday for T for 2
Oh, that's some tea.
and see what you can do. I know. So
I missed it.
Well, we know
That's
you
right.
missed it.
Pinky
Yeah.
etiquette. Pinky etiquette.
And then today at noon, 3, 6, 9, and 12 on Radio Free Britannia, there are two idiots doing stupid
Nobody likes
shit.
idiots.
More than two,
know.
I'll tell you that.
There's
I
definitely more
resemble
than
that.
two, but
Yeah.
there's only two in the name. Yeah.
Right.
And that is Lunch with Laz and Jack. Don't forget WRFB.rocks or
Representatives.
RadioFreeBritannia.com or use your
WRFB.
in-game radio. WRFB.
WRFB, Radio Free
Yes.
Britannia. That's right.
And we do have several other events today at 2 o'clock. You can go hang out with Sean Silverfoot for the Pax Layer Town Manager Hour, and you can ask questions about the Pax Layer community and becoming a citizen. And that includes any of its boroughs. Besides the town of, or the metropolis of Pax Layer, you also have the towns of Dragon's Watch, Tentakill, Lockbriar, Island of Wonders, Nowhere, Sea Grotto, and Serenity Isle to talk about.
Serenity now. Serenity now.
Who doesn't
That's
like
right.
seeing them?
Yes. At 2:30 this afternoon, the EVL Guild is doing a European dungeon crawl, and that's every Monday. Why does it say Monday in the description? This event is going to be between 2:30 and 3:30, and it's going to start outside somewhere in Owl's Head, and you can always contact Fungus for more information.
Because it was posted as a
That's right.
event yesterday. I think
Just a
somebody-
Monday.
I
Yeah.
think somebody missed
Someone
it.
copied and pasted it. Yeah. It's all good. At 6 o'clock this evening on Avatars Radio, you can tune into Dr. DJ Selly for his faster and louder guitar rock from the 70s and 80s show.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Harder.
all men, as Manowar says, all men play on 10, or what was it? You need the speakers that go up to 11.
Yeah.
The EVL Monster Mash Dungeon Crawl is tonight outside of Owl's Head, and that's going to be between 7 and 8. So don't forget
Tuesday
the
night
Monster
edition.
Mash Dungeon. That's right. If you're interested in
The
a
Monster Mash?
compendium of
Oh,
pain
Monster
and
Mash.
suffering, you can join the Jade Dragons and Malhari for a run of Chillblains.
It's a waste of
That's
3
what
hours.
should be fun. Yeah, it may take about 3 hours, but don't forget that
You
the
won't get gold though.
That's why it's called pain and
Gold in that.
suffering.
That's right.
And now you know why.
Yeah, but think of all that XP that you earned.
And
Oh,
fun,
okay,
especially
alright.
if you bring a bard along.
A wandering bard.
Man, I get
Okay,
tired of taking part.
We've got 2 more events for the evening, and that's going to be on Avatars Radio. We do have DJ Lady Addie doing 80s and more between 8 and 10. And the final event is going to be Ember Flame kicking out Temper Tantrum Tea Days on Avatars Radio between 10 and midnight. And that is our community calendar for Tuesday, September 13th, in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Avatar.
Alrighty. And yes, that is today's events inside the game. Of course, we have community events going on every day of the week. You can consult the community calendar for what's going on when you're playing. And it's there. Just go out and check it out. Go to Avatar Circle, look up the calendar, or go to nbnn.info/calendar. And take a look. Of course, get in game. Go out and wander around. Don't be like us who we just sit here on our asses all day. And what is this? I mean, is it me or are these guys trying to tell us something? They're putting their horses' asses in our faces over here. Yeah. Not just one, but 2 of them over here. I mean, you guys trying to give us a hint or something?
It's horse shit.
Yeah, that horse's ass is also awfully shiny over there, too. What did you do? Polish it?
Well, they're trying to get the fertilizer out.
Okay.
Well, don't trip in front of the horse, man. Don't trip in front of the horse, like you said.
Put him over in the greenhouse over there, man. We need the fertilizer by the greenhouse. We don't need it on the set, man.
Just saying, don't trip in front of him. Oh, mount you.
You need to discipline your horse. Horsey doesn't
can't
do that
control
stuff.
him. He's uncontrollable. I don't have enough focus to.
Better make sure you're not feeding.
Sorry.
Make sure you don't feed that horse any beef macaroni. All right.
Oh God.
Beefaroni.
Oh yeah. Yep. I saw that episode. Kramer.
All right, moving right along. About that time for us to say thank you to all the good folks out there who helped make this all possible. Of course, you guys, we love you guys out there, and if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this day in and day out, and we appreciate everything you do for us. For all you folks who listen, tune in, help support us, and just come cheer us on and join us in the conversation. We appreciate it. Our newest member of the radio family, Wake Up New Britannia, with Wolftom and Celine every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time, otherwise known as New Britannia Time. Our latest patron on Patreon, the BMC Guild. The BMC wants you
Patreon today.
at the Gridiron every Sunday at 5:30. Our good friends over at sodacrafting.wiki and sodacraft.com. These guys done a lot of hard work, so go check them out. You want to know anything about crafting? Sodacrafting.wiki, the first fully searchable crafting database for Shrouded Avatars. Sodacraft.com. You want to learn how to make the uber weapons, what stats go with what piece of cloth, armor, metal, whatever. Check him out over there. They'll give you all that great information. Our good friend Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Sodamap is truth, so says Lord British. Sodamap.com for all your travel needs. If you ever get lost out there, or somebody says, hey, meet me over here, and you don't know where here is, go to sodamap.com. Type in the name of where you want to go, where you're at, and it'll show you right on the map for all your navigating needs. Our good friend Ben over at Relics by Rill. Gotta love Ben. Ben's sending out all sorts of nice little prizes for those folks who got delayed in shipping over to Telethon, and hearing reports of some great stuff coming out of Ben over at relicsbyrill.com. So if you want to get hold of some of the licensed Shrouded Avatar swag, like t-shirts I wear, hats, patches, drinkware, coinage, comic books, go check out relicsbyrill.com. They're all that great swag. Use the promo code NBNN. Get 10% off your purchase at relicsbyrill.com. Of course, sodataming.com. If you guys want to do some taming, check out the information at Soda Taming, and you too can become a master cat wrangler. And last but not least, our friends over at the Marketplace. ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Jack, go ahead and tell the good folks about the Marketplace, please.
I have no idea. What is this Marketplace that you're talking about?
I don't know what Marketplace. This is not the Marketplace you're looking for. No, this
you mean
is
that place
the
where you can go buy and sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related?
That's the one.
Where the vendors are not just one person; it is different players in the game.
There are all sorts of vendors out there. It's growing daily too. I see it.
Oh yeah, and then from there, don't forget if you are interested in becoming a vendor and you will have in-game items that you want, you can just on the left-hand side just click on vendor registration. It works better if you've already created a normal account, you're logged in, and then you do the vendor registration, so that way you use the same sign-on for both. But when you become a vendor, it's if you wanted to list your services that you want to provide for the community, just like Scrota's music service, where $5 gets you Scrota providing you with
everything you want.
That's right. He will follow you around for an hour, and he will make sure that there is a happy ending involved.
That's right.
I mean, if you were here before the show, you could have seen him praying in my lap, and as well as in Arius's lap. I mean, he was making sure that there were happy endings for everybody. Yeah, that's right. Don't forget,
look, my antlers are growing.
Awesome, man. That's right. If you were interested in in-game events and you are looking for a place to do your wedding or other events, you can always contact Weddings and More by Laz. And Laz, go ahead and tell us about that real quick.
That's right. We've got it up on screen for you folks. You can come see me over at the Marketplace at Weddings and More by Laz. If you've got a function, you want to get hitched, you want to have a guild party, you want to have an anniversary, you want to throw a birthday party, you want to throw up a haunted house, and you need places to do it, I've got all the land you're ever going to need. So come check me out. We do all of it, from guild parties to weddings. You want to have a wedding? Come on down. We can do a moonlight wedding, sunset wedding, underground wedding, a bloodletting wedding, all types of weddings. I hear Bullwinkle wanted to get married. Bullwinkle, did you have a
fisting wedding?
That's right. Froggy and I were wondering if we could get a leather dungeon with maybe whips and handcuffs.
Ooh, and we can do that for you as well, just for Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Want a whistle too? Whistle?
Did you hear about that, Mr. Slave? Ooh, Jesus Christ!
Ooh. But yes, if you want to have weddings or more, you come on down to Weddings More by Laz. We'll get you taken care of. Thank you, Bullwinkle. And yes, we will get you accommodated.
Thank you. And don't forget, if you are interested in becoming a vendor on ShroudMarketplace.com, just go ahead and do the vendor registration and put your items up for sale. That includes game gold accounts, clothing offer, anything that you want to put up there. If you have a player, if you have a player on town and you wanted to set up some rentals, you can do that as well. So thank you, everybody. And don't forget, 2 vendors currently have game gold up for sale right now. 2 of them. 2 of them.
2.
It's out there.
2.
It's dance time.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. So be sure to look around at ShroudMarketplace.com, and hopefully everything you want will be there.
Everything you want.
Yeah, that's right. And that means that we do have to thank the most important people, and that is you guys out there in the audience. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for coming into Discord with us. Thank you for making the show as interesting as it is, because we couldn't do this stuff without you guys, and we do it for you guys. And Laz always forgets that thanking all the viewers goes at the end, and he's been doing this day 2 of him doing it at the beginning of the thanks
all the time. I love these guys. Hey. I love this shit.
No, that's right. I love this shit. Oh yeah, I should say this about the Marketplace. Hey, you can always look at where in the world someone is as far as the shop that you're buying from, and if you live in Australia and the person selling it is in, say, Scotland, there's a 12-hour time difference, so
Yes.
expect a delay or two for delivery.
I believe most guys who are running their shops are pretty sharp on getting their stuff taken care of there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And of course, a lot of people, you'll notice on mine, I'll flash it up on screen again.
Your shop times.
Yes, I have the business hours plainly posted there for you guys to see. So if you want to know what the business hours for the shop are, by all means, go on over and check out the business hours.
Yep.
And for those of you guys know, we're here all the time.
Oh yeah.
Usually.
All right. Jesus, Led Zepp, but he really, you got to get in front of me. You're stealing all my glory and my naked dancing. I tell you. All righty, folks.
Come here.
That's gonna about wrap it up for us today. There you go. You're stealing my thunder, man. You're breaking my immersion over here. I just don't know.
It's a go-go bar.
I'll tell you, it gets a little bit more detailed than that. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up for today. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll be back with you tomorrow, bringing you more news here on NBNN. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
It's the Scroda.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, sports, crazy, wild happenings, the latest in news and entertainment happening right here, nbnn.info. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bullwinkle. I love you, man. Bullwinkle.
Well, yeah, there's a show.
Rocky, we got a date in the show.
What did you do to Rocky? Like a virgin touched for the very first time.
Oh. Use your inside voice. Use your inside voice, Rocky. Bullwinkle.
What's an inside voice?
What? Jesus Christ.